Hey guys, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home. Today, I've got a collection update to do for you with some titles I recently purchased, some review copies I got in, and some really cool stuff to show off that I added to my collection. Hey everyone, so thanks for coming back to the channel. This is going to be a collection update video. It's been a while since I showed you what I've picked up recently for my collection through either a few review copies that came in, things that were sent to me by viewers, or stuff that I purchased. I've been trying to buy a lot from small businesses lately instead of the major stores to try to support them during this crisis. And so I'm going to show off some of those things and let you guys know where I got some deals. So hopefully you can help support those small businesses as well. If you're interested in Blu-ray and 4K collecting, physical media, home theater, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're making a push right now for 30,000 subscribers. I'd love to get there. And like this video and leave me a comment and let me know what you guys have picked up recently, because I'm always interested to hear about that as well. With that being said, let's jump right into this stack of movies. So first up, I have some viewer mail, and this is really cool stuff. This was sent to me because I was talking about World War I and my love for history in my 1917 review, and this person contacted me and said they knew of some awesome documentaries and HBO shows that I should watch, and they sent me these. And so the first is a box set called The World at War, the Ultimate Restored Edition, 9-disc collector's edition, over 1,400 minutes of documentary here, all about the world at war. This was originally released back in 1973, narrated by Laurence Olivier, who I'm sure you know if you know anything about Hollywood, and it's all about the Second World War. And I've got 2 cases here, 9 discs, absolutely tons of stuff, 1,400 minutes of features, and then 769 minutes of extras. So 2,300. Sorry, that's terrible math by me. Almost 2,200 minutes of content here. That's an incredible amount of content. And then in the same vein, I was sent this HBO Films movie, which debuted on HBO back in the early 2010s. It actually might have been 2010, but it's called Conspiracy. And it stars Kenneth Branagh and Stanley Tucci, and it's about the actual meeting where Hitler's leadership went in and kind of came to this decision on the final solution, which obviously ended up being like the death camps, and how horrible and how they sped that up and really tried to come to this absolutely terrible decision on what they were going to do with all of the people in the concentration camps. And so really an interesting topic, a dark topic, definitely not an easy one to watch, but very interesting from history. I hadn't heard of it, and so apparently it's only available on DVD, so I've got the DVD here, but it's widescreen. I'm really excited to watch it, and I'm going to get to those 2 now that we have more time here in quarantine. So next up are some purchases I made. First one was from Bull Moose, and this came with my Bull Moose order of those grab bags, and I did grab King Kong, the Ultimate Edition, on 4K. A lot of you have been asking for me to review this, and so I picked it up on 4K. I'll be doing a Is It Worth an Upgrade review video on this very shortly, and I got it for a really good deal. It was $10 used, came with the slipcover, and the disc is in excellent condition, so that was a really cool pickup. Bull Moose sometimes has some sneaky good deals on used titles. And then for new titles, I went to HamiltonBook.com again, which is one of my favorite places to pick up Blu-rays every now and then. And them being a small business, I wanted to support them as well. And I got some great deals. First one I got was Dead Snow 2, Red vs. Dead, Collector's Edition with the slipcover, which was really surprising to me. And I got this for only, I think it was $6 or $7, and on Amazon right now it's $20. These are notoriously expensive, so this is a great deal. I have Dead Snow 1. I didn't have the sequel. It's basically this like zombie movie comedy, sort of like Shaun of the Dead, but they're Nazi zombies, and so I picked that up for a great deal. I also got a title from Severin Films. This is Birdemic, Shock in Terror, which is notoriously known as one of the worst movies ever made. It is terrible. It is awful, but it is funny, and it has some really funny call-outs to The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock. Obviously, that's what it was inspired by. Some people say it's the best, worst movie of all time. It's one of those up there with The Room, where you're not watching this because it's a great movie. You're watching it because it's a train wreck. It'll make you laugh, and maybe you can have a good time watching it with some friends. And this is a Severin Films title, which usually those go for a pretty good amount, $15, $20, and this was only $6 on Hamilton Book, so that's a really good deal. Again, these are all brand new. And then Hamilton Book's also a sneaky good place to get Scream Factory and IFC Midnight films. And I got another one of those here called The Devil's Dolls from IFC Midnight and Scream Factory. Has the slipcover, which was incredible. Again, new factory sealed. And this was only $4, I believe, which another incredible deal. And the other cool thing that I got from Hamilton Book is a 4K disc. They're starting to carry more and more 4K discs, so don't sleep on Hamilton Book when it comes to 4K. They have some 4K movies on there for like $4 or $5. Now, they're not the best movies in the world. They're older movies that didn't do very well, I'm sure. But if you're looking for cheap 4K to add to your collection, there's actually some good deals. And this was one that I found that I had to have, and it's Christine, the John Carpenter classic horror movie on 4K for only $8 from Hamilton Book. Now, you guys know I love John Carpenter, and I had this on Blu-ray in a steelbook, a Best Buy Pop Art steelbook, but I really wanted it in 4K, and so I'll be doing another Is It Worth an Upgrade video on Christine here in 4K. Love old horror movies, and I am hoping they maintain the grain and the feel of it while also giving it some great details, so we'll check that out. But to find a fairly popular movie like Christine, which is a Stephen King novel, John Carpenter directed it, a great horror movie for only $8 on 4K, that was a steal. And now to finish things up, I do have some review copies that literally came in today. First up from Mill Creek, I've got 30 Rock, the complete series on Blu-ray. I love that Mill Creek is continuing to put out these amazing comedies, mostly from NBC. They did Community, and they did Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and The Mindy Project, not all from NBC, I guess, but 30 Rock is another one that goes right up there. I've actually only seen bits and pieces of it, but with all the time I have now, I've been looking for a new show to start, and I think I'm going to start 30 Rock because I love the cast and I love the characters, and so super cool to have this on Blu-ray in a box set. Again, I'm hoping and praying that they will get to like Parks and Rec or The Office and be able to do those shows on Blu-ray as well, because they desperately need a Blu-ray. Next one up, I have All the Pretty Horses. This is a Blu-ray release. Matt Damon, Billy Bob Thornton. It's a Cormac McCarthy novel that this is based on. He wrote No Country for Old Men, and so kind of an interesting movie. I've never heard of it, but Penelope Cruz, Matt Damon, Lucas Black, pretty good cast in it. Then I have another movie called Trapped, which actually stars Courtney Love, Charlize Theron, Stuart Townsend, and Kevin Bacon. This is from the producer of Thelma and Louise, and it's apparently about a daughter. She's taken for ransom by these kidnappers, and a doctor and his wife, they have to come up with sort of a 24-hour plan to get some money, and it's one of these kind of cool thrillers. Another movie that it came out in 2002, like it's an older movie, and just got overlooked on Blu-ray, and Mill Creek does a great job of putting those out. Another one, same deal, Eddie Macon's Run with Kirk Douglas and John Schneider. This is like a prison escape movie, which is supposed to be pretty cool. It's a chase movie, a thriller again, that Mill Creek put out on Blu-ray. And then I have Heroes with Henry Winkler, Sally Field, and Harrison Ford. This is an old movie, 1977. I mean, this is before Harrison Ford even was in A New Hope, because A New Hope was 1978. So this is like really early Harrison Ford, like American Graffiti Harrison Ford. And then Henry Winkler, obviously, and Sally Field, and it's kind of like a love story. It's got some Vietnam themes in it. There's Harrison Ford is like the army buddy. Some cool stuff. It sounds like a really fun movie, and I've never heard of it again, so exciting to have that on Blu-ray in my collection now because of Mill Creek. And then the last one up is from Paramount, and it is the comedy Like a Boss. This is Tiffany Haddish, Rose Byrne, and Salma Hayek. I've heard that it's actually pretty funny. I like Tiffany Haddish. I like Rose Byrne a lot. Salma Hayek can actually play a pretty good comedic character, and it also has some other really funny people in it that make smaller appearances, but it's mostly Tiffany Haddish, Rose Byrne, and Salma Hayek leading the show, but it's supposed to be right up there. Some reviews said it was in the same vein as Bridesmaids and Girls Trip, which were actually pretty funny movies. I'll probably watch this with my wife at some point because I'm sure it's a little more catered towards her, but I'll probably think it's pretty funny. I like the people in it, and so this was from Paramount, and I'm happy they sent that to me. But so that's it for this update. Those are the new titles in my collection. Some really cool stuff. Viewer mail, purchases, review copies, all really cool stuff to add to my collection. I'm now up over 2,700 individual movies and TV show seasons, so I'm pushing 3,000, which I'll probably hit this year for sure. The funny thing is my collection kind of is going up and down because as I get King Kong on 4K here, I will trade in my Blu-ray, and as I get Christine on 4K, I'll trade in my Blu-ray. And so when I pick up 4K titles, it's a net, there's no gain. I'm adding one, losing one. So it's kind of funny. The collection size has started to grow a little bit slower, even though I'm adding more titles because I'm getting rid of much more with the new format. So, and just an interesting note. But 3,000 this year is probably the goal, and that would be super cool. Although I don't know where I'm going to put them. We'll figure that out. But thank you for watching this. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy. Make sure you check out all the links down in the description. Follow me on Instagram to stay up to date and see the latest from my collection. Check out all the Amazon links where you can help support my channel by purchasing through those links. And make sure you subscribed and like this video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.